Hi guys, Melanie here, Yoga and Mobility with Mel. Let's talk a little bit about intra-abdominal pressure. So, intra-abdominal pressure it's real. You have pressure in your system. So, as you breathe, the air comes in, and as you exhale, the air comes out. We can run into a lot of trouble when we hold our breath. So for a lot of women, what can happen is, a lot of people, is breath holding is one of the challenges. The other thing is sucking the belly in and then just holding, squeezing tight all the time. And so all of these things can interfere and mess up your intra-abdominal pressure. So with a good core breath, which we talked about already, your inhalation, you have your canister. So the top here, think of it like a soda can. At the top is your diaphragm, at the bottom is your pelvic floor, around the sides of the transverse abdomen, and in the back is the multifidus. So it creates this soda can on the inside. So when you hold your breath, and then you add excessive force into something, the air is going to go to wherever is the weakest link. For some women, that can be the pelvic floor, and then, or maybe the front of the pelvic floor, so you wee yourself a little bit. It can also be in the linea alba line, so then there can be like a bulge or anything like that. So we want to be aware of how we manage that intra-abdominal pressure, which is why you always want to exhale on the exertion, or think of blow before you go. Okay, so as you inhale and then you exhale, the air comes out. So we want that air to come out on the exertion, so that way we don't cause it to come out the weakest link like your pelvic floor. So that's a little bit more information about intra-abdominal pressure and why it's important. And also, one of the key things to remember is to always blow before you go. So this can relate when you are going to pick up your baby after birth. You don't want to use a bracing strategy. You want to exhale as you lift the baby up. You don't want to hold your breath to brace and then lift the baby up. Bracing strategy is not a bad thing. It works for a lot of women as a temporary means. So I'm not saying that a bracing strategy is necessarily bad for you, because it can be helpful when you need to and you're weak, especially after birth. But to not maintain that strategy and to always think about blow before you go.